Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us here on this Thursday for your latest First Alert forecast. A couple things we're highlighting here in your First Alert on this Thursday. Number one, all of us deal with some wind. It'll be gusting from the southeast today, upwards of 35 miles an hour, particularly later this morning into the early afternoon hours. In terms of rainfall today, not much. There's a slight chance to the north. Otherwise, really not expecting a whole lot in the region here for today. Some scattered thunderstorms then are a possibility overnight. And then we lead into tomorrow, which is a totally different setup for some strong to severe weather. A big temperature spread is likely all across eastern Iowa today. Some isolated storms possible to the north, probably around the midday to early afternoon hours, and we'll start to see those develop. It'll be windy and milder overall, especially as you head farther down to the south. Here's Pinpoint Futurecast. I'll roll it forward here this afternoon. You'll notice there's at least some chances of shower development going on north of Highway 20, primarily over our northwest and northeast zones. Farther down to the south, towards Cedar Rapids and Iowa City areas, really don't expect much at all during the day. Tonight, there may be some scattered thunderstorms around. These are largely non-severe and would not be much of a problem. Going into tomorrow, that totally changes. As we look at Pinpoint Futurecast here, you'll see as we go towards the afternoon, first storm cluster of the day starts to develop there around noon, and then towards the afternoon, this is where our cold front is. You see this right out in here? This is our cold front, and so when that winds up happening, it's going to generate a heck of a line of storms, fast-moving line of thunderstorms as well. This is then going to lift to the east-northeast during the evening hours, and you will see here, I'll circle some of these. You can see that right in there. You can see this right in there. There could easily be what we call supercell thunderstorms developing in our area, fast movers for tomorrow evening, and as a result, that severe weather awareness needs to be on the high side here for tomorrow. Here's the severe weather potential, latest outlook for Friday afternoon into the early evening. It is a level 3 out of 4 there, as you see on the legend. Primary threats, damaging wind, tornadoes, large hail is by far just the third or fourth place threat on this. It's more of a wind and tornado threat, I think, going into tomorrow afternoon and into the early evening hours. Here's a different way to kind of say the same thing. High winds are on the likely side of this. Tornadoes are right below it, and then large hail and heavy rain are a little bit lower, just simply because of how fast these storm cells are moving. By the way, today, very timely, is Family Preparedness Day as part of Severe Weather Awareness Week in Iowa, and it's coming in right on time. Put together an emergency supply kit, make a plan, and make sure you practice it with your kids, because a lot of times they'll practice tornado drills in school, obviously, but they may not practice them at home. And a lot of times it's the home where we wind up seeing most of our tornadoes as opposed to during the school day. Planning will just help you keep safe going forward. It's a lot easier to practice that plan when there's no severe weather around than trying to figure it out on the spot. Thanks so much for joining us. Be sure and stay tuned as tomorrow's weather evolves.